So I'm going to show you how to do the lattice method of mathematics. This method makes it easier to multiply large numbers together than using the standard method. And our example today is just going to be 36 times 18. It can be any number. You can, of course, switch the numbers. It doesn't matter. But our first thing we're going to do is we're going to bring down our numbers and we're going to put them in the right place. So we're going to put 3 and the 6, and then the 1 and the 8. Alright, now we're going to make the lattice. So we're going to have the 3 with the column, the 6 with the column, then the 1 with a row, and the 8 with the row. And now to make what is the lattice, the diagonal. So there's a diagonal, there's one, and the last one. Alright, so now I'm going to explain to you a little bit of why it works. This diagonal right here is the ones place. This one is the tens. This is the hundreds diagonal, or place, the hundreds place. Okay, and then this one right here, that little diagonal, is the thousands place. Okay, now we're going to get to it. So now we're going to multiply. Our first one is 6 times 1, which equals 6. So 6 times 1 equals 6. And we're actually not doing 6 times 1, we're really doing 6 times 10, because, which equals 60. We're doing 6 times 10 because we have the 6 right here, times 10. So there's the 6 in the ones place, right there, and then the 1 right here, right there, in the tens place. So that's why we have the 6 in this little diagonal right there in the tens place. Okay, so next we're going to do 3 times 1, which equals 3. So we put a 0 right there and a 3 right there. Okay. And of course, we're not really doing 3 times 1, we're really doing 30, there's the 3, and then the 1 right there. So we're doing, or the 10 right there, my bad. So 30 times 10, which equals 300. And as you can see in the lattice, we have the 3 right there in the hundreds column. And that 0 is in the thousands columns because we don't have any in the thousands. We don't need any. So there's that 6 right there, of course, and the ones. Okay, so next we're going to do 6 times 8, which equals 48. So we put the 48 over there, and of course, well, we actually are doing the ones. So there's the 6, and the 8, and the 8. So they're actually in the ones place. So we have that 8 from 48 right there. We have it in the ones place. Then of course we have that 4 in the tens place. So there's ones place, the tens place. Alright, now for the last bit of multiplication, we have 3 times 8, which equals 24. So 24. And the 3 times 8, which equals 24. And of course, just like most of the others, we're not really doing 3 times 8. We're doing 30 times 8. So there's the 3 and the 8. 30 and the 8. So 30 times 8, which equals 240. Alright, so then we have, as you can see, the 4 right there is in the hundreds, and the 4 is in the tens, and the 2 is in the hundreds. There we go. And now all we have to do, our last step, is to add. So we are going to add that 8, and since that 8 is by itself, we're just going to leave it be and put it in the ones place. Now we have this column right here. So 6 times 4 is 10, plus 1 is, or plus 4 is 14. So we have the 4 just right there. We can only put one number per diagonal, and so we have that. There's our 14. We're going to put our 4 right there, and then we're going to carry our 1 to the next diagonal right there. So now we're going to add that diagonal together. So we have 1 plus 0, which equals 1. So then 1 plus 3 is 4, and 4 plus 2 is 6. So we bring it over there. And since this 0 is by itself, we just leave it be. And now we actually have our answer. So there is our answer. And of course our problem is right there. Even though it's kind of hard to see, you know it's 36 times 18. So 36 times 18, as you can see with right there, is 648. And you can see why it works and how it works and whatnot. So, of course, you can use this method using larger numbers. You can put the 18 up here, or you could put it, whoops, sorry. You could put the 18 up here and the 36 over here. It doesn't matter. It will work either way, and it makes it easier to do. So I hope you've learned something new, and I hope you like this method. I know I like this method. So yeah, I hope you like it, and I hope you enjoyed it. Bye-bye.